Yes, welcome. It is TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Welcome to Friday's show. AJ, let's talk sports. I am off work. I am happy. Off today and tomorrow, back at it at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Ready to rock and roll. Trying to keep you guys informed and posted for all the top headlines in sports. Also, my logo's getting ready to drop hopefully today. I'm cutting it down to the wire, boys. I thought it was going to be done. It is not done. I've been going through multiple different sources. Who knows what's going to happen? And actually, this is going to be my sketch from high school. I don't know if Zach and Ryan and everybody that I went to high school with, if you remember the symbol that I used to use for my name, that's what it's going to be, and it's going to be perfected by some of these graphic designers, and I'm probably going to put AJ Let's Talk Sports around it, maybe look like a coin or something, so there's a first-hand view and look, well, you can't see it, but listen to it. Hopefully you can visualize it in your mind. Top headlines in the sports world coming out of Minnesota. Minnesota Vikings QB Kirk Cousins tests positive for COVID-19, so he is out. Cousins had symptoms self-reported and then tested positive for the virus, according to sources. As an unvaccinated player, he's out for Sunday night's game against the Green Bay Packers, so it looks like Green Bay is going to win that one. So my Dallas Cowboys apparently not going to be first place at NFC after this week. Anyways, next, talking about let's see. Well, that's not what it says here. I got a lot of new things coming up here. What is this? Colorado. Looks like Colorado assistant football coach Mark Smith loses everything in wildfires. This has just been updated about 20 minutes ago. I had something else written down as a top headline, but this one just came off the wire. Mark Smith, the inside linebackers coach for the Colorado Buffaloes, said he and his family lost every material possession in the wildfires that have burned hundreds of homes and businesses outside Denver since Thursday morning. Here's a quote here. Check this out. Just got word that every material possession we had today is now gone. This was Smith posted on Twitter. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Everybody's trying to get all materialistic and trying to buy everything. You can't take it with you when you die, folks. I'm just trying to let you know. You got to live. You got to love your neighbor as yourself. There you go. Mark Smith on Twitter just got word that every material possession we had today is now gone. That's what it says. Our home, cars, everything we had in our home lost to the fires that ripped through our community. Thank you to those who reached out, processing how to completely start over and grateful for our health. Thank you, Mr. Mark Smith. He is so grateful. That is good to see. Out of Boulder, Colorado, this just happened literally 15 minutes ago. Lost everything. Man, that's sad. Hopefully, prayers and thoughts go out to the Smith family and all that. So, winds up to 105 miles an hour. It's the Sheriff of Boulder County, Joe Pell, was talking about how the damage has just been disastrous for them and the whole entire community. Prayers go out to that whole entire Boulder, Colorado, out there in Denver. Prayers to them. So next, check this out. Top headline, San Antonio Spurs, Becky Hammon nears deal with the WNBA Las Vegas Aces. Assistant Becky Hammon is finalizing a 5-year deal with the WNBA's Las Vegas Aces that will make her the league's highest paid coach. Sources confirmed this on ESPN. Hammon plans to finish the season with the Spurs. A 6-time All-Star during her playing career. She's 44 years old, has been an assistant under the Spurs coach Greg Popovich since 2014. She has interviewed for several head coach openings in the past, but hasn't gotten an offer to be the first woman to lead an NBA team. So check that out. We just talked about her yesterday on yesterday's show for the House State special, but we have her on in the top headlines as well again. And there you go. Aren't you happy about that? I am. Let's see. And I think that is, we can actually talk about this one real quick because I was wanting to talk about it because it's one of the Cowboys guys. DeMarcus Ware, Andre Johnson, Devin Hester among the 15 Pro Bowl Hall of Fame finalists. So looking forward to that. When is that going to happen? I have no clue, but this is the class of 2022. I don't know when they're going to actually be. I'm trying to look. February 10th. February 10th. Look for that to drop. That's a day before my birthday, by the way. 38 years old I'm going to be February 11th. So February 10th, they're going to find out who the Hall of Famers are. So look for that one. And there's your top headlines for your Friday. TGIF, bro. All right, now we're going to be into our topic of conversation, the Dallas Cowboys show, Dallas Cowboys versus Arizona. I'm going to preview that. Going to talk a little bit about the Cowboys right now. The odds and predictions, over under, players to watch, player to watch. And then we're going to have a special segment ending out the final day of the 2021 campaign. Top 5 Cowboys of all time. And of course, this is going to be debatable. So I'd like to see a feedback from you guys. Give me a DM, give me a message, however you want to do it, and try to figure out who your top 5 Dallas Cowboys of all time are. So let's get into the show. And we're done with that. So I'm like redoing everything on the fly because I'm trying to get everything done because my daughter's going to be back and probably have her on the show. I don't know if I'm actually going to have her on the show or not if she comes in here soon. So taking a look at the Cowboys right now, I'm just talking about the Dallas O-line is one of the keys to victory. I just wrote that down. It's not even going to be an article to talk about, but I'm just talking about it. So taking a look at the Cowboys O-line, and the Cowboys are fired up right now to kind of piggyback into that. Tyron Smith, he is going to be playing. I think Lyle Collins is going to be in there as well, and kind of looking like we got some great news. That's what Stephen Jones says, told 105.3 The Fan on Monday. In the wake of the previous day's 56-14 manhandling of the Washington, is we feel very optimistic that Tyron is going to be back, and he is back. And this was just written down a couple days ago, so I wanted to make sure everybody knew about it. I'm sure everybody does, but Tyron Smith is back in the lineup. And Quentin Bohanna is not. He missed practice. This was after yesterday's news. Both teams are going through weekly practices, and that also means weekly injury reports. Fortunately for the Cowboys, they are looking as healthy as can be given the time of year and during the COVID. But defensive tackle Quentin Bohanna missed practice with an unspecific illness, the only active roster player to be out of the of practice today. So this is coming out of Michael Gelkin. This is off Twitter. So Cowboys left tackle Tyron Smith, ankle, is expected to see a full dose of reps in today's practice. This was yesterday's practice. Coach Mike McCarthy said Smith on track to return his Sunday versus the Cardinals. Now, the Bohannon one is an injury. I don't know what's going to happen with him, but this is all off yesterday. This is at 4:30 yesterday off the Twitter. DeMarcus Lawrence also limited his normal workload in recent weeks. So kind of anxious to see and keep an eye out on that one until Sunday drops. Maybe they're just trying to get him well rested for the Sunday game. Also, Cowboys nickel cornerback Jordan Lewis returned to practice as well yesterday. Cornerback Kyron Brown is one of 2 practice squad DBs to officially join the COVID-19 list. Safety Tyler Coyle is the other. So a nice little injury report, COVID update list for you guys there. And let's take a look at 5 things to watch for the Arizona Cardinal game, Dallas Cowboys in the afternoon. I'm going to be out of town going to Toledo for work, so I might miss this whole entire game, but I'm going to try to watch it on my phone. Dallas Cowboys finished important month of December in perfect fashion with a 4-0 record in the final month of the year. So that's good. Cowboys are feeling good. They look like potential Super Bowl contenders. I don't want to say it and go ahead. You know that Stephen A. Smith's going to be a hater about it. But December is over, and it comes to reeling the Cardinals to town. Arizona are losers of 3 straight, one which coming to the hands of the Detroit Lions. Ultimately, with 2 games left, important playoff seeding factors still to be hashed out. Kyler Murray's going to step it up. So here's number 1 here. Here are the 5 things to watch this week. Dallas Cowboys versus the Arizona Cardinals. Here we go. This defense will have a tough test versus Kyler Murray. So he is different. The way you defend a quarterback like Murray is not your typical preparation. So it's kind of anxious to see how Micah Parsons and company handle Kyler Murray. Number 2, Chandler Jones versus the offensive tackles. Chandler Jones is an absolute monster on the defensive line. This is what I tried to talk about in the very point that I said for the Dallas Cowboys. Their O-line is one of the keys to victory. Same thing with the Ohio State we talked about. In the trenches. It all starts where? Where's my daughter at? In the trenches, boys. So Tyron Smith, I'm glad that he's back because this is going to be a perfect opportunity for the O-line to step their game up on this defense. And watch out for Chandler Jones. Going to have a little bump or do something with the tight ends. Number 3. The Cowboys pass catchers could have a field day versus this defense. So the Cardinals defense specifically in the secondary is sustainable to giving up completions. So Robert Alford, who is allowing 57% of passes defense to completed. Additionally, Byron Murphy is allowing 63%. Marco Wilson's allowing 70%. And even the linebackers Isaiah Simmons and Jordan Hicks are allowing 70 and 75% respectively. So Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, they should go off on Sunday. Just balling. That's what they should do. And now you might have. This is a good game for a matchup for the corners and all that stuff, and the wide receivers to set up the run for the pass. You know what I'm saying? So pass first, run second. It's totally opposite of what I want to do, but according to these corners and according to this statistic, this is what you want to do. Number 4, the Cowboys better have an answer for James Conner if he's healthy and the running game. So James Conner, 14 rushing touchdowns this year, over 700 yards, 15 games. It's a tough back who should be a game-time decision to play at this point. So if you got him, I don't know what you're going to do. It's a 50-50 toss-up if you're going to play him or not if you have him on fantasy. Whether it's through the air with Kyler or on the ground, the Cowboys will have a lot to prepare for defensively as the Cardinals unit. So it's kind of anxious to see how this game plays out. And number 5, December was perfect. This is where the real season begins. This is what I'm saying. It all steps up. Everything's all fun and games during the regular season. And we all know, Cowboys fan or not, that the Cowboys usually choke in postseason games. Starting all the way back when Romo's botched extra point to win the game. I forget who that was against. I think the Giants or something, when he actually fumbled the ball, runs through their left side, it gets tackled, and game over. Cowboys lose. Anyways, I don't even want to talk about that. Brist brings up bad Cowboy memories. So there's your 5 factors there. I had another 3 factors. This is the 3 matchups to watch. So we had the 5 things to watch. Now we have 3 matchups to watch here. Week 17, Dallas versus Arizona. And here it is. Tyron Smith versus Chandler Jones. We talked about that a little bit. Cowboys pass rush versus Kyler Murray. We already talked about that. And taking a look at DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory, Micah Parsons, 3 trio defensive ends, defensive linemen that are ready to rock and roll and get to you. They're fast. They're ready to get some. Micah Parsons is probably, I would say, the defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year. He's going to get both, in my opinion, at least. And then Dak Prescott versus Arizona secondary. We already talked about the statistics that the cornerbacks are giving up for Arizona, which is going to have a field day for Dak. So that was just a kind of little fun extracurricular little segment there. So let's just go ahead and talk about the actual game, shall we? It's going to be on Fox Sunday at 4:25. So I might, depending on what time I get back from Toledo, I might be able to watch maybe the second half. Rolling Cowboys, reeling Cards. Meet with playoffs on horizon. A month ago, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys figured to be chasing Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, but it doesn't look like that. Cowboys are number 1 in the seed. Green Bay's number 1, Dallas number 2. And I don't know where the Arizona Cardinals sit. But if you guys remember, if you guys are still listening, I hope you guys actually pay attention to my preseason picks for the Dallas Cowboys. If you remember, go back and replay them Spotify's, dude. Replay them Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to get your podcast. You listen to that stuff preseason before football, back in August. Probably, I think it was an August show. I said the Cowboys would make it to the NFC playoffs. This is more to come there. And then I said the Cowboys would have an 11-game winning season. Did I not freaking say that? Go back and replay that. ESPN, Fox, all you people, the big-time namers, go back and play that from August, dude. Preseason, before the games even started, bro. I said that they're going to have at least 11-game winning season after looking at the roster, looking at the depth chart, and looking at the whole entire schedule. Kiss it. Anyways. 40 degrees there. That's going to be a blistering cold day down in East Texas in Arlington. Dallas favored by 6. Over under 51. Give me Dallas. Give me over. Thank you very much. And I totally forgot about doing the NFL picks, NFL pick'ems. So there's your Cowboys one. We might as well do that right now. Do you want to do that right now? Player to watch, Micah Parsons on defense. Player to watch, Dak Prescott for the offense for your Dallas Cowboys. So it's kind of I'm obviously it's just real simple. Dak Prescott, he's going to get his passing yards. That's what I think. He's going to get over 4,000 in this game. He's 39-28 right now. 29 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Can't throw no picks. Dak, you need to take control of the ball. He's going to also run the football. He might have 50 plus rushing yards in this game. Watch out for Dak to blow up in this one. Especially because the corners in Arizona is not going to be able to guard Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Gallup. Get it out of here. Schultze and the tight end. And then you got the other guy. I don't know if he's going to be playing. See if he's hurt or not. Smith is questionable, like I said. DeMarcus Lawrence is questionable. Bohanna, we already talked about him. So, yeah, it looks like we're looking good full strength. So we should be dominating in this one. Just letting you know. 420.3 total yards a game on offense, allowing 367.6 yards on defense. Got to pick that up a little bit, Dan Quinn. But anyways, let's take a look at some NFL games and matchups. Falcons, Bills. Give me Bills with the points, 14.5. Giants, Bears. Give me Bears at home on CBS. That's a 1 o'clock game. Chiefs, Bengals. Ooh, that's going to be a tough matchup, boys. I have Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill on my fantasy. Chiefs are 11-4 as well. And they're looking really, really good after losing. They didn't look very good. Like in the beginning of the season, where they were like 2-7, 2-5, or something like that in the beginning of the season. And they're just ripping off wins like crazy. Yeah, look at that. They're at least a 6-game winning streak. They beat Dallas, they beat Denver, Vegas, they beat Chargers, and they destroyed Pittsburgh. So it's going to be tough. I have Kansas City as well, but too bad that's a little too late for me. I didn't make the playoffs or the fantasy, but it is at home for the Bengals. Kind of want to see them win. Let's just say that the Bengals win. Give them the Bengals. But it's going to be tough. Buccaneers, Jets. Buccaneers by 13. They get that. Take that one. Let's look at a night game here. We got the Vikings and Packers. I don't see anything on the wire here for the over-under. There it is. Green Bay's favored by 6.5. It's going to be a blistery cold 7 degrees at Lambeau Field. Of course, that's going to favor Green Bay, but Minnesota, they don't care. It's going to be cold there too, but they play in a dome, remember. Green Bay 6.5. Let's give me Green Bay over 46. Aaron Rodgers is going to go off and finish the season probably 14 wins. Jeez. They're at 12-3 right now. They're going to go 13-3 at this win. So, and then Browns and Steelers, which who cares about that, but give me the Browns in that one by 3.5. That's on ESPN on Monday Night Football. So there's your NFL picks. That was real quick. And then we're going to take a look at the top 5 Dallas Cowboys of all time. I know this one is actually a top 10, but I'm just going to do top 5 with it. And just round it out was Troy Aikman that missed out on it. But number 5 is Larry Allen. Number 4, we're going to go real quick with this just to finish off this show. Number 4 is Randy White. So Larry Allen's kind of back in the day, paving the way for Emmitt Smith and Larry Allen, offensive lineman for 12 years, for the 12 seasons for the Dallas Cowboys, 11-time Pro Bowler, 7-time first-team All-Pro, was a fixture for Dallas offense line for the 1990s, including the Cowboys Super Bowl 30. Number 4, Randy White. After moving from linebacker, White became one of the Cowboys' best defensive tackles of all time. His 9 Pro Bowls and 9 first-team All-Pro distinctions were only outdone by a co-MVP award for his first performance back in Super Bowl 12. Number 3, Emmitt Smith, a leader of all-time rushing yards. Despite being the league's all-time leading rusher, Smith has staunch competition among the greatest Cowboys of all time. His 8 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro seasons, and 2 League MVP awards speak for themselves. Smith is best known, however, for leading Dallas to 3 Super Bowl titles. Yes, that's right, 3 in the 90s, in which Smith himself was named MVP of Roman numerals XXV111. That is 25, 26, 27, 28. Super Bowl 28. There you go. Yes, I can read Roman numerals. I'm awesome. Number 2. Bob Lilly. I think that's his name. Arguably the best defensive tackle and most decorated Cowboys player of all time. Lilly spent the entirety of his esteemed career in Dallas. 11 Pro Bowl appearances, 9 Pro Bowl distinctions, and a Super Bowl championship later, he earned the lofty title, Mr. Cowboy. Number 1. Roger the Dodger. This was my dad's favorite quarterback of all time. Roger Staubach at number 1 takes a spot. The legendary quarterback best embodies the Cowboys' glory days, leading Dallas to 4 Super Bowls and 2 championships as a starting quarterback. His 6 Pro Bowls and Super Bowl 6 MVP award led to his 1985 induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Roger the Dodger was in the Navy also. Take a look at him if you have time for Google. Google Roger Staubach, number 1, Dallas Cowboys of all time. And that wraps up the segment. Stay tuned to look for my logo coming here shortly. Hopefully it gets done today. Waiting on my graphic designer to get him done. I throw some money at it, throw some money at the business, and get it moving, boys. Hopefully, AJ, let's talk sports. Be there or be square. Love you guys. God bless. Tip your waitress.